Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood, and today we're going to be learning about honeybees. But before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell truth from fiction. Consider this. A single honeybee can visit thousands of flowers in a single day, but it can only produce less than a teaspoon of honey in its entire lifetime. What do you think? Is that an actual fact? We'll find out at the end of this episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is pollinate, Pollinate. To pollinate means to transfer pollen from the anther of a flower to the stigma of another flower of the same species. This process is essential for the reproduction of many plants, allowing them to produce seeds and fruit. Think of bees, butterflies, and even the wind as nature's tiny matchmakers, helping plants to connect and create new life. The word pollinate comes from the Latin word pollen, which means fine flour or dust, which makes sense when you consider how pollen looks like a fine, dusty powder. The scientific understanding of pollination began to develop in the 17th and 18th centuries, with naturalists observing the crucial role of insects and other factors in plant reproduction. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about honeybees. Number 1. Honeybees are incredible navigators, using the sun as a compass and performing intricate waggle dances to communicate the location of food. Honeybees have a fascinating method for finding their way around and sharing information with their hive mates. They use the position of the sun as a primary guide, even when it's cloudy. They also have an internal clock that compensates for the sun's movement throughout the day, allowing them to maintain their sense of direction. This sophisticated navigation system ensures they can efficiently locate distant food sources and return safely to the hive. Once a foraging bee finds a good source of nectar or pollen, it returns to the hive and performs a special dance known as the waggle dance. This isn't just a random wiggle. It's a precise series of movements that convey detailed information about the distance and direction of the food source to other bees in the colony. The angle of the waggle run indicates the direction relative to the sun, and the duration of the waggle indicates the distance. Number 2. Honeybees are responsible for pollinating many of the world's food crops, making them vital to our global food supply. These tiny insects play an enormous role in agriculture and our daily meals. It's estimated that honeybees pollinate about 1/3 of the food we eat, including many fruits, vegetables, nuts, and even coffee. Without their tireless work, the yields of these crops would significantly decrease, impacting both food availability and prices worldwide. The process of pollination by bees is a win-win situation. As bees collect nectar, their bodies become covered in pollen. When they visit the next flower, some of that pollen rubs off, facilitating the plant's reproduction. This mutually beneficial relationship between the bees and plants is a cornerstone of healthy ecosystems and productive farmlands. Number 3. A queen bee can lay up to 2,000 eggs per day, ensuring the rapid growth and continuation of her colony. The queen bee is the heart of the hive, and her primary role is to lay eggs. During peak season, a healthy queen can lay an astounding number of eggs, sometimes more than her own body weight in a single day. This incredible reproductive capacity is essential for replacing older bees and expanding the colony's workforce, which is crucial for foraging, honey production, and hive maintenance. Worker bees attend to her every need, feeding her royal jelly, which fuels her prolific egg laying. This constant cycle of birth and renewal ensures the colony remains strong and thriving throughout the year. Number 4. Honeybees communicate through a system of chemical signals called pheromones, which regulate various aspects of colony life. Beyond their famous waggle dance, honeybees rely heavily on chemical communication. They produce and release various pheromones, which are like invisible scent messages that influence the behavior of other bees in the hive. These pheromones play a crucial role in everything from queen recognition and alarm signals to guiding foraging bees and organizing brood rearing. For example, the queen bee produces a specific pheromone that signals her presence and well-being to the rest of the colony. This pheromone suppresses the development of new queens and influences the behavior of worker bees, keeping the hive cohesive and productive. If the queen's pheromone production declines, the worker bees may start preparing to raise a new queen. And our fifth and final fun fact for today: honey is the only food humans eat that was created by an insect, and it has an incredibly long shelf life. It's pretty amazing to think that honey, a delicious and versatile food, is made by insects. Honeybees collect nectar from flowers, then regurgitate and re-regurgitate it, adding enzymes until it transforms into the sweet, viscous substance we know as honey. This process concentrates the sugars and reduces the water content, giving honey its unique properties. One of the most remarkable things about honey is its incredible longevity. Because of its low water content and acidic pH, honey is naturally antimicrobial and resists spoilage. Archaeologists have even found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are thousands of years old and still perfectly edible. Now for some news you can use. If you're looking to help our bee friends, here's a super easy tip. Plant pollinator-friendly flowers in your garden or even in a pot on your balcony. Planting flowers that attract bees provides them with vital sources of nectar and pollen, which are their primary foods. Many common garden flowers like lavender, coneflowers, sunflowers, and clover are excellent choices. By offering a diverse range of blooms that flower at different times of the year, you can provide a continuous food supply for bees throughout the seasons. This simple act can make a significant difference in supporting local bee populations, especially in urban or suburban areas where natural habitats might be more scarce. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, do you think it's true that a single honeybee can visit thousands of flowers in a day, yet produces less than a teaspoon of honey in its entire life? Well, that's an actual fact. A single honeybee will produce less than 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in its entire lifetime. Honeybees work tirelessly throughout their short lives, visiting hundreds, sometimes thousands of flowers daily to collect nectar. Despite this immense effort, their individual contribution to the honey supply is tiny. It takes the collective effort of thousands of bees working together in a colony to produce the amount of honey we typically see and enjoy. So, a single jar of honey is the culmination of a life's work for thousands and thousands of bees. I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about honeybees with me today. Be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.